All right. Welcome everyone. I'm not sure. I think we now do have an issue. Not so sure. Let's try and figure this out. Uh, Let me see. Okay, I don't know. If you can hear me, you can please drop it in the comments. I'm not entirely sure if I'm audible. I'm not entirely sure if I'm audible yet. So if you can hear me, you can just drop a comment. Okay, okay. Hi, Abbas. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being patient and being here right now. Can you hear me? Am I audible? But then we can just get on with this session. So we're supposed to have a guest, but guest is running late. Not sure. Today just seems to be a problematic uh day generally. One issue or the other. Okay, I'm on. All right. So let me just share my screen. So yeah, let me share my screen, and we can just start off. Okay, so welcome to AI April, everyone. I'm really excited to be doing this event or this series of events, this learning challenge with everyone. And I hope we've all started the challenge anyway. We're going to kick off right now. Okay, so welcome to AI April once again. It's really exciting for me to be hosting this challenge. So this learning challenge, like you can see the short description which I just put here. It's just to give you a fundamental knowledge of AI, right? Because in this day and age, AI is like it's the it technology of our time. It's the buzzword that you see everybody using. AI this, AI that. You see different companies trying to integrate AI into their products, into their services. You know, ever since the rise of ChatGPT, and you've seen like a proliferation of different AI tools and services. Even your Snapchat, you see Snapchat AI, you see Twitter has Grok, and so on and so forth. So I just really thought that it would be really nice if everyone had this basic knowledge about AI. We're not going to find with just basic knowledge within like 6 hours. Within like 6 hours, you have this basic knowledge I'm talking about. So we're not really, we're not going too far. So I just feel that it's something that is important for everyone to have, AI for all. I just had this idea that I should just host this AI April challenge. And, since you are here, it shows that you're also interested in this. And I'm really happy that you've indicated interest. And I hope we'll be able to gain a thing or two from this session, which is just to be the kickoff call and perhaps answer any questions you might have. Since you're here, probably you've already registered for AI Pro, which means you're also on the WhatsApp platform that we've put together. And I've been answering questions over the past week or so that people have been on the platform. So if you have any questions, you can still drop them here. And as well, so in this today's session, I think it's going to be a pretty quick one. We'll just go through what we expect you to do for the challenge, right? And perhaps if our guests eventually joins us later, he can also walk us through a few things. All right. So, like I said, this challenge is just to give us a fundamental knowledge of AI, right? Just give us basic knowledge that everybody should have. So you can see the first. So the whole concept of a learning challenge, right? This learning challenge, where we do it, we just have a couple of modules which you go through, you know, and all of these things they're just showing different aspects of whatever course you're doing. So for example, now we're doing this is an AI challenge, right? So you can see the different modules, say fundamental AI concepts, fundamentals of machine learning, fundamentals of Azure, computer vision, facial recognition, and so on and so forth. So when you take all of these different modules together. And that's the thing, that's the nice thing. You can always just take it 10 minutes here, 20 minutes here, 30 minutes at a time, and before you know it, you're done with the challenge, right? So we can just quickly look through the initial you can look through the initial module, right? Fundamental AI concepts. So with AI we can build solutions that seem like science fiction short time ago, and we can do a lot of amazing things. For example, just before I was watching this video, I was looking at this AI tool that enables you can just write a script, and then it's going to create a video for you, just like that. So AI is really taking off, and it's really amazing. And this challenge is just to allow you to go through to understand a few basic things about AI and how you can use it to advance your career and how you can understand it in applying it so you can be able to apply it better, right? Because for example, now ChatGPT is perhaps the most popular one, or ChatGPT, and it's that kind of generative AI in which you give the AI instruction and it responds to you, right? You perhaps ask a question or things like that. So around that, to be able to use ChatGPT and other tools, similar tools better like that, there is something we call prompt engineering, right? Which is the art of knowing how to give the correct instructions in order to receive the correct information that you need. So these are the kind of things that you can be able to understand when you go through this course. And we'll be having these live streams, weekly on Saturdays. Each Saturday in April, we'll just be having these live streams. Hopefully, we'll be having guests come and talk to us as well, to share their own perspective around all of this, around how you can just use AI to supercharge your career and how you can use it to do things better and faster. People have heard so many times that people say, maybe AI is come to take your job, and people will always respond that AI is going to take the job of the person that perhaps AI won't take your job, but the person who is using AI will actually take your job, right? So be the person that is using AI, be the person that knows how to use AI effectively, not just random person. So that's just all I hope. If you can, at the end of this course, be able to gain some knowledge of how you can use AI more effectively to change one or two things about how you use it and how it can assist you in your career, then mission accomplished for me, right? So let me just see if there are any questions before we keep going. And if okay, okay, right. So if you have any questions, you can drop them in the comment section. How the challenge has been for you so far, you can drop that. So pretty. I'd like for this to be an interactive session. So if you have any questions, anything at all, you can drop it. Okay. Let's see. All right. So, like I said, this is just going to be a pretty short section because we're supposed to have a guest, so it was one we was supposed to do. Perhaps go a little bit in depth. But if you want me to go through the first two modules myself, then you can drop a comment and I'll do that if anybody needs that. But if not, then we can just. I think I've just given a brief overview of what we expect from the challenge, right? So you've signed up to the challenge. You've already started taking the courses, which is what we want. We want you to take the courses and be able to understand what the message that these courses are trying to pass along to you, and understand them and apply them, right? So this is very simple, and I like Microsoft and the content is pretty engaging. You have both in text that you read and you see all these videos that are also included. So it's very easy to follow along with. You understand what the message they're trying to pass across, And in each module, you have a knowledge check, right? You have a check at the end of each module to just test your understanding of that module, right? So, for example, let's just go through this knowledge check for the first module. So if you want to create a model to predict sales of ice cream based on historic data that includes daily ice cream sales, which address service should you use, right? Which one should we use? Is there anybody that has? I know a number of you must have gone through the um, first module already. So if anybody knows the answer, you can just drop the answer in the comments. Okay, okay, there's a different question. The criteria to pick top performers, right? Okay, so to pick the top performers, we would have it's two criteria, right? Just two criteria. So far you've completed the challenge, right? You complete the challenge, you complete all of the modules. That's the first criteria. But then, if of course there are going to be a number of people that are going to complete the challenge, and we might not have enough, you know, LinkedIn premium vouchers to give out to everybody that completes the challenge. So the second, what's it called? The second criteria would be how active you are on the live streams, on the what's it called, on the and on the group chat as well, right? So you are here, if you've completed the challenge, that's the first and most important, you know, prerequisite to pick top of Mars, and also if you're active on these live streams. So that's just the prerequisites. Complete the challenge and be active on the live streams. So that's just that. Right. Okay. So a number of people have come up with answers for the question. Somebody says Azure Machine Learning, Oswald, and Arbaz also says Azure ML. Right. Okay. We can also answer the other questions if we want. You work for a wildlife sanctuary. You want to identify bird species from images. Which AI service should you use to prototype your idea? You can drop that into the comment section as well. Predictive app provides inputs for visually impaired users. So this is one thing that Microsoft tries to. This is a theme that you see that will run through most of this AI course, right? You see this theme of responsible AI. There are different principles of responsible AI that they will try and teach you through this course. So this particular question is trying to test what principle of responsible AI is reflected in this particular question that they're trying to give to you, and the answer here should be inclusiveness, right? That AI should be responsible, and one of these principles of responsible AI is inclusiveness. That you should the AI system should acknowledge that there are some people that have some disadvantages, and the AI system should try and provide for those people as well. I should not just leave them behind. So in this instance, it's looking at people that are visually impaired that should provide audio output so that they can also take part in the AI system and also benefit from it, right? So is there anybody that has an answer for the second one? Okay, yeah, Oswald also answered inclusiveness for the Oswald also answered, you got the answer right that yes, it is inclusiveness. Yeah, that's right. Abbas is saying is Azure AI Vision for number two. Let's see. Okay. All right. So let's check our answers. Okay. Yes. That was all. All right. Yeah. So you can see we got all of this right. And that's just how we go. So we've gone through a module like this. So it does it. You just take the courses, take your test at the end of that module, and you get a badge at the end of the module, right? So you see event achievements, perhaps you can share with your friends on LinkedIn or whatever like that. And then on to the next module, and you just keep going, and you keep on learning more things about how this technology works, about how AI works, and how it can assist you to do more, how it can assist you to do better. So let's make it a short session. I think I've answered all of the questions that have come up. I think I've answered most of the questions that have come up. We've explained what the challenge is going to be about. We've gone through the module. We've answered questions that people have had about the challenge. If there are more things, if there are more questions that anybody has, we can also still get that done. But if not, then this could, in the next few minutes, you could just decide to close out this live session and let you all get back to your very busy days. I really appreciate that you took your time out to be here, even though we had a false start initially, we had some issues with getting started. Okay, I see Oswald and Abbas in the comment section, you know, congratulating each other as they are the two girls for today answering the questions. You can see Oswald congratulating Abbas, and you can see Abbas also, appreciating Oswald in return. So yeah, that's very nice. Okay, so yeah, Oswald and Abbas, if you have anything to add as our two champions for today, if you have anything to add, any other question, anything at all, you can also. Okay, Favor. Yeah, Favor says thank you. Yeah, thank you very much for attending, Favor. If you have any question at all, you can ask any questions about the challenge. So, this is just a kickoff call for the challenge to spur us to action, to show us how it's done. This is how we need to complete the challenge, right? And all of this is just to benefit you, all of the skills and to assist you. And like I said I was going to give out also, just also further incentive to just encourage us to go through this learning that's just going to assist us. So as for further, motivation, perhaps as incentive, we also have some LinkedIn premium vouchers that we're going to be giving out perhaps at the end of you know at the end of the event. And but I promise that there will be one specifically for this kickoff challenge, right? For the most active person for this kickoff challenge. So I now wonder who is going to be, because I think I said I was going to give out one for this particular challenge. I said I was going to give out one for this particular challenge, right? So I don't know whether that's now going to be for Avaz or for Oswald for this particular one. Okay, Oswald has a question. How to complete the exercise in fundamentals of machine learning module. All right, let me check that out. Let me check what's that module. Yeah, hang on a minute. Oswald, let me swap. Let me look for the link and pull it up again. No, it's not. It's not forward, Oswald. It's not forward. That's all right. That's what this session is for. To ask any questions you have to enable you to move as fast as you can. All right. So let me check out machine learning. Okay, that should be this. Let me see. So we can see somebody that's already moving forward, has moved past the first module on the second. I think it's the second module, right? So you're having an issue with completing the exercise, right? Okay, so right. So I don't know what's the challenge you're having. What is the challenge you're having exactly? Yes, also I'm not sure exactly the issue that you're having with completing that, with completing that exercise, but drop it on the you can always drop it on the group chat, right? That's what the group chat is for. For anybody that still wants to join the challenge, the registration link will be in the description below, so you can still join the challenge at any time. So Do you need to own an Azure subscription, Azure account? Okay, right. So you can see here you can sign up for an Azure subscription, right? Which includes free credits for the first 30 days. So you won't need to pay for anything, right? You can just sign up and you have, you're used to perhaps you sign up for Netflix and you have a free trial, right? That kind of situation. So you can just do that and be able to do what you need to do to have a practical understanding. Yeah. So any other questions that you have, you can still drop them on the group chat and we'll still address that. So our guest is even, trying to join in. So perhaps if you'll be able to, you can also still have him. Yeah, okay. Oswald says awesome. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So we've gone through everything we need to go through. It's now to just see if our guest is going to be able to join us because I think he's having some connectivity issues and we've answered everybody's questions. Anybody else that says a question, you can still ask and sort that while we try and wait on him. Uh, so just to recap what we've done in this session, we went over what the challenge is all about. Uh, and somebody also asked about the criteria for picking top participants, right? Who will be eligible to receive a lead diploma voucher. And I've said that it's just two very simple, criteria. That number one, you complete the challenge, and number two, you be active on these live streams. And yeah, so that's all you need to do. Okay. Um. Yeah. So that's just what this has just been a kickoff call for us to just go through and understand everything we need to do for the challenge to get everybody motivated, to get everybody fired up to go. We can see, especially also the Nabas have already active on here, have already up, and I hope that this live stream has been able to encourage everyone. Any issue that we've had, we've been able to resolve. Any issues you still have later on, you can still drop on the WhatsApp group that we've created. Right. Okay. Our guest is active. Yeah. Hi, Samuel.
Okay, how do I?
Okay. Maybe Samuel.
You can hear me well, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, Samuel, I could hear you. So, like, I'm ready to hand over to you. I've gone through everything I need to go through. So, I can just hand over to you. Maybe you can just go through the second module perhaps and any brief comments that you want to have, that you want to give to the participants. So, we can just wrap up over the next, nothing more than just 10 or 15 minutes. Right. So, yeah, what's
Okay. All right. Give me a minute. I'll do that now. Thank you.
He said that
okay? So, someone is a fellow Microsoft Net student ambassador. He's a gold Microsoft Net student ambassador. In fact, so he's my guy, he's my boss, right? We're looking up to him. And he's also a machine learning engineer, so he's also well placed to answer any questions and understand better the whole purpose of all of this. Better understand the purpose of this course, what the course is trying to impact on you. Yeah, it's also this usually most of for example, now this course now, all of this learning path enables you to have the knowledge that you would need to get certified as um in Azure fundamentals, right? Because we have Microsoft certifications, right? There are a lot of Microsoft certifications, and there are a bunch of fundamental exams that we have, and there's the AI 900, which is the Azure fundamental exam, right? And this challenge, if you after you've taken this challenge, if you've been able to understand all of it, you've attended live streams in which will also explain to you better. That would make you well placed to be able to pass for that exam, right? And myself, I've taken the exam, so I have that certification. Someone also has that certification, so any questions or any challenges you might have, will also be well placed to answer them, right? So yeah, so Samuel, everybody is just saying hi to you. Favor is saying hi. Oswald also, you know, greeting you as well. So if you are ready to take over, then there's no problem. You can do that. Hey Samuel, can you hear me? So you can just take over now if you can hear me, if you are ready.
Thank you very much, man.
Hey Samuel, I don't know if where the issue is coming from now. I don't know where the issue is coming from now. Supposed to be able to let him take over and briefly speak to us for the next like 15 minutes. Sorry everyone, just try and sort this quickly.
Okay. Right. Um, just kindly confirm if you can still hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Um, just add my screen to the page. So I can go there. All right. Um, thanks a lot, Abdullah, for the opportunity to be here. I'm Samuel Bangola, like you already mentioned. I'm a Gold Microsoft Sentinel ambassador, and what I basically focus on is machine learning. So I'll say I'm a machine learning engineer. Call me an AI engineer. I'm a Microsoft certified AI engineer also. So yeah, I'm just going to walk us through the second module, which is fundamentals of Azure AI services. This is something I've had the opportunity to leverage a lot since I became ambassador. I mean, becoming an ambassador actually exposed me to these services, and it's been an amazing journey, right? And I believe it's something many of us, if we're not already like leveraging them already as students and as professionals, definitely something you want to um, make use of one way or the other, whatever situation might be trying to use of so uh, computer one, and you see that there's some updates and but if we are moving together, let's just go on. So this is just more like a reintroduction into artificial intelligence or AI in broad sense, right? Previously, it was more we focus on machine learning. Now it's just like AI specific. When you're talking about different tools. So here it says artificial intelligence is changing our world, and there's hardly any industry that hasn't been affected. Meaning you have to leverage AI in almost every sector, in whatever you do. I'm now, in resource like TS, extract your keywords and everything. Resume, uh, uh, because I used to use AI for almost your file or anything, right? Talking about all these solutions, you can call uh, solutions. Let's move on to the services, AI services in Azure, right? There are different ones. So if you can see from this highlighted part, so you see these AI services include image record, natural language processing, speech. So most times natural language processing and speech go hand in hand. So it just depends on whatever solution you're trying to build. AI powered search, which is Azure AI search, which was previously called Azure Cognitive Search, right? And then you have so many others, so many others. We'll go into them just briefly so we can see some of them and how we can leverage them. So Azure AI services are produced and ready to use, as you can clearly see here. So what is happening is that you don't have to build them from scratch, right? Microsoft has already built these models from scratch themselves, or whatever way they build it. Let me using transfer learning or whatever they use, but they build these models from scratch, sort of, right? And then they have packaged them in sort of the way you can consume them in form of APIs. And there are some other ones that maybe you want to fine tune. If you want to use for this particular case, you provide more data to fine tune, and then you consume using an API or maybe a software development kit, right? An SDK, whatever language you prefer, right? So that's how you can leverage Azure AI service. For many of us that are familiar with OpenAI, you want to like use OpenAI in your product, right, or in your service, you would have to like get the API for ChatGPT, GPT 3.5 and the rest of it. So let's move on, right? And we know that all these services, they have different applications. So some of them, as you can see, is Azure AI Vision, Azure AI Speech, Azure Open AI Service. So Azure Open AI Service is basically the Open AI service, but in Azure. So meaning whatever subscription you have with Azure, whatever um, credit, if you like posting ambassadors and you get credits monthly. As a student, you get $100 per year. You can use those same credits for OpenAI services instead of having a separate OpenAI account that you now use for whatever thing you're trying to do, right? And like I already mentioned, these are access to the APIs. Yeah. So moving on, it's just basically an introduction on how you can leverage them. So normally, for those of us that are familiar with Azure, you have to first, create a subscription, have a subscription. So let me just briefly go through how it looks like. So we have this home page now that means your portal, your Azure portal. You can decide to search, like create a resource and decide to search for services, or you can, among the quick tabs there, most times they appear. But because I use Azure a lot, it's up here top, like so I can just directly
Brother, you don't know. See, ideally, I'm not supposed to be sending you like
Oh wow.
not
Since unfortunately lost someone,
someday I'll be
but then
sending
someone who can still hear us, can't hear you
you don't
anymore.
have a lot of things to
So if
say
you can
because even me,
rejoin
because
us,
these are
and
things
that's I
that
don't know, maybe you've muted
I'm
yourself by
supposed let
mistake.
me tell you why
And I see your screen is still moving a little bit.
you understand?
So we can't hear you again.
Because
So
what I
if you can join us, that would be great.
yeah for more conference
But yeah, I think someone has just been trying to take us through the
really
module.
good everything put for the because I'm trying
Okay,
to look
about
at
since
the
not even now.
effect of this work
So I don't know.
so that
I think we're still unable to get someone back, but if we can't, we get the gist of what he's trying to do. He's just trying to take us through a few things. I'm trying to make us understand all of these modules and how we need to take all of these modules, how we can better understand them. And I've also gone through the first module, and you can always watch back if you missed that, right? So perhaps we'll just give someone minutes if we can come back to us, if we can get his voice back, if we can, so we can keep on with the session. Or if not, then I think we'll be able to get gist of voice trying to give to us, right? Mm. All right, so let's just try and give him a few, just try and give him a minute, and if not, then we can end. Thank you.
try not then just try to
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I know I've just been trying to contact someone. I still see that we've still been unable to get his audio back, which is troubling. I don't know. Someone, I think I heard something now. Yeah, but it seems it's just only my own audio that is still working. We've still been unable to get someone for a few minutes now, even though his screen is still live and everything, but unable to get his audio. Can see him trying to sort it out. But yeah, like I said, he's just trying to run us through the second module, just trying to show us things from his own perspective, having taken the course, having taken the certification, to better explain how it is. And once you've listened to his explanations, then probably it's be easier for you when you are trying to go through the module at your own time, right? So probably if you can eventually still join us later, since we're already running low on time, we can just impact any advice or anything that he has for us to take away as we conclude. Anything he wants you to have in mind as you try and continue the challenge, as you try and continue, learning about AI and how you can use it to impact yourself, how you can use it to impact your career, right? So someone we still can't hear you, but if you like, you can just drop a message and I could just read it out. Any advice or anything that you have for us, right? We can just do that. Okay. Not, I think I'll even just try and maybe you can try and rejoin the call quickly, right? I'm just can try and rejoin the call quickly. Because it seems we're still having this issue. Oh, can other people hear someone? I'm the only one who can't. Because about they're saying that yes, we can. Yeah, okay, so it's a general issue then. Everybody still can hear you somewhere. So I don't know. It would have been nice if we could still be able to get you to just give some brief remarks before we end, because it seems we still can't hear you. It would not be nice for it to just end like this, for it to be unable to deliver of the great stuff that you have for us. Mm, yeah, still seems nobody can still really hear you, which is unfortunate. Let me see. I'll just ask him to rejoin. I'll just ask him to rejoin. So if you can quickly rejoin to just give us some brief remarks and we can end like that, that would be nice. But if not, I feel we've been able to accomplish what we wanted to do, because this was just a kickoff call to just get us oriented with the challenge, to understand what we're trying to do. And I think we've been able to do that. If you've perhaps you joined late, you can always go back to watch again. And just a summary of what we did. Keep taking the modules and be present for our weekly Saturday live streams. And hopefully we'll have a great experience of this. We'll be able to learn a thing or two from this. So someone is trying to rejoin now. So if you can quickly rejoin, then that would be great, and you can just give us brief remarks and we can close for the day. So thanks so much everyone for joining the call and for being active, being with us. Commend your attitude to learning, your interest in learning, right? Let's see. Someone is trying to come back up.
Can you hear me well? Okay, I think it's fine.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, thank you. I am sorry.
Yeah,
I
so
sincerely apologize.
yeah. So if you can just give us, brief remarks to just close out, because we're already really short on time. Yeah.
Okay, let's continue. If you can add my screen to the stage now, too.
Yes.
I'll
Yes.
be happy.
Someone can you hear me? Hello, someone can you hear me?
Yeah. Hello. I didn't get that out of line.
Yeah, I'm saying that you should just give us, closing comments, because we're already short on time already. You know.
Oh, I'm not hearing. You can. My screen is not added to the stage, so I can't continue yet. I don't think.
Seems we're still having issues.
Can you see my screen though? I don't think my screen is. I'd like to simply add my screen to the stage, please. So I can. Sorry, just quickly round up.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry, please. Sincere apologies. So I was just loading this up. So this is how you can track your cost and everything on your spending as regards the multi account you created, whether it's on the multi account or you just created for a single account on Azure AI, maybe speech service or just translation service. You can always track your cost. You can create alerts when you feel that maybe at that point it seems like you're beginning to overspend and all that, right? So there are so many things you can explore, right? I would like to just I'd have loved to show a quick demo. Let's see. Um, yeah, then I'll just round up. So, but basically, right, this is how the Azure service works for the speech, whatever service you want to create, and then it would be nice, you can always take out your time to like go through this particular learning part has exercises that you can walk through and see how like they actually work. It's just basically a simple call of an API, and then you have a service, and then you have your response, and whatever it is you're trying to build, right? So yeah, I think that should be it. Yeah, I don't want to take too much of our time again, but this is how to leverage Azure AI services in general. So create a resource. If you're not very familiar with Azure portal, then you can choose from one of these and do what you wish to do. Just plug and play. You're not creating a model from scratch. You are just simple deployments, and then you're good to go for whatever solution you're trying to build. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so someone was just giving us a few things that would like us to know, showing us how we can go about to, like you said, plug and play. We're not doing anything. We're not trying to build anything from scratch. We're just trying to employ what's already existing to deploy for our solutions, right? So I don't know, someone, if you can hear me, you can just give your any brief closing remarks that we can just give so we can release everyone. Everybody has been really, really fantastic today. So we joined the session with all the issues that we've unfortunately had today. So yeah, some if you have any brief remarks, if you can hear me, then you can give that and we can, close out the session. Uh, Seems still can't get him. Seems still can't hear me. Right.
Sorry, can you come again? Sorry, please. I am
Yeah.
sorry. Can you come again?
All right. So I was just saying that you can just give us any closing remarks that you have, so we can end the session because everybody has been really great today and it's taken enough of time. Hmm.
Okay.
Seems
So what I would just say is I would recommend that everyone should try this out. Honestly, they are easy services to use, whether you're a startup or you have a full-blown business. Building models from scratch can be computationally expensive and all that. You might not even get the right expertise to hire to build such solutions and could take a long time. With Azure AI services, it's easy to use. I mean, and I believe that's why Microsoft is trying seriously to democratize AI. You see, many of the solutions that they have are things that you can easily plug and play into your solution. So you don't have to be an expert. You might just need to understand how it works. Okay, you know that this is what you're doing and this is why it's working, right? But you don't need to go into all the intricacies of knowing all the math, all the Bayesian optimization and the stochastic gradient descent and all that, right? As an AI engineer, you are just basically able to apply AI, you understand the concepts, I mean, as basic as possible, and then you can use it. You know why it's working. As simple as that. And that's like basically what Microsoft is trying to achieve. So with practice, right, you can build even more greater solutions. Uh, yeah, that's just what I would say. That's just what I would say.
all right. So thank you, Samuel, for joining the session and speaking to us. And thank you so much to everyone who joined the session. It's been a really great and engaging one. Thank you so much. So, yeah, April, keep on learning, keep on growing, keep on building, right? You can keep on inviting your friends. You can share this video to your friends as well. If people want to, start and they don't know what it's all about, they can, easily watch this and understand what it's all about, right? So thank you so very much. Oswald is doubting Samuel as to whether it's really so easy to use. uh, and Abbas is just saying thanks, right? So, thanks so much everyone for joining, and I'm really happy that this was a really cool session despite the various technical issues that we had. So, thank you so much everyone, and bye for now. All right.